for MC, the market conditions report. I've loaded some data into here already, and you can see that we have filled in the grid for you. You can set the trends, and you can either do that here or you can do it in your report. Either way is fine. I'll just click a couple of these just to kind of show you how that's done. Down below we've created comments. These comments can be completely edited. I'll show you how to do that in just a minute. So the next feature after market conditions that we're going to want to look at are the graphs. Okay, so we've got 16 different graphs that you can use to go into your report. Most of the time appraisers are only using 4 graphs. Most of the softwares, that's all it allows. And so I'll show you how to choose graphs. First, you would want to click on the Show Trend box so you have trend lines. Then if you come right here to where it says Default Graph Settings and click on that, then you've got your list of graphs here. We'll choose the total sales and active listings. We'll choose the median sales and list price. We'll choose median sales and listings days on market, and we'll choose housing supply. But those are the common ones that people select when they're on demos with us, but you can choose any of these that you'd like as you scroll down and take a look at the various graphs, if there's others that you prefer. Another thing you can do is you can change your graph from a bar graph to a line graph. So that's how they would look if they're line graphs. You could change your trend type from linear straight line to a curved line. You can change your colors. I won't get into any of that this particular time. I'm going to change this back to a bar graph because I like how that works better than any of the other ones. Now I'll show you a couple features that you may or may not know about. You can customize each graph individually. Okay, so let's say the total sales graph, you want to do something different with it than the other graphs. So first you would click where it says Custom Settings, and you can see it's gone back to just kind of the basic because we haven't done anything with it yet. So now we'll go to Customize, and we're going to say, yes, we do want to show the trend. And let's say this one that we do want this to be a line graph. So we'll change that to line graph. And let's say we want to change the color. So let's say we want to do something brighter. So we're going to do red. And then we say OK. And it automatically changes the second color to complement the first color. You can change your lines from solid lines to dashed lines to dotted lines, but let's just go ahead and leave that. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and close it. So now you can see red and the pink to give it a kind of three-dimensional look with the yellow trend line. You can do that with any graph, so that's my custom settings for this particular graph. Let's say I decide I just want to use the regular, so I can just click Default Settings and it'll go back to the way all the rest of the graphs are designed. So you have a lot of options here with your graphs. The next thing I want to show you is your data grid main. You will see all of the listings that are included in this particular MC report. So you can see that we've got a lot of information here, and as you scroll across you can see even more information. So you can sort by any of these columns. So let's say you want to sort by days on market. You just click on it. It's going to start with the smallest number and go to the largest, but if you click it again, it will reverse it and you'll have your largest to smallest. You can do that with any of these columns. So there's a lot of information here. You can also change things in here if you want to. Let's say you know that a particular property does have concessions. I'm going to go ahead and sort by the concession amount. Okay, so let's say that we know that this particular property that doesn't have any concessions in it actually had $1,000 in concessions. Okay, so you put the number in. The thing you want to remember here is to hit enter. Okay, not tab, not click into another box, hit enter. When you do that, it disappears because we've got it sorted. So if we came back down here, it's this one right here. Okay, another feature that's good to know about is if there's something in here that you decide you don't want to use that particular property, you can highlight the line and you can delete the whole thing. So I've highlighted the line, I just hit my delete key and it's gone. And this automatically recalculates in DataMaster, so if I go back to the market conditions, then it will have made adjustments based on what I just deleted and the $1,000 that I just changed here. So that's how your data grid main works. You can also, once you get this the way you want it, you can save this. If you click Save Data, it's just going to take you to a screen to prompt you to save it somewhere. So if you want to create a folder so you can always have your 1004MC exactly the way it was, you don't have to try to recreate this search or save the export file, which will change over time as properties sell. You want it exactly the way it was today, then this is the feature that you want to use. So I'm just going to cancel that. Alright, and then the data grid for condo works the same way. We weren't using any condo properties, but it's the same as the data grid main. Then we're going to go to the comments button. And this is where, if you want to make changes to your comments, this is where you would come and do it. Now you can always change your comments once you get into your report, but if you find yourself, once you're in there, typing the same thing over and over, then just do a copy and paste and bring it in here. So let's say on this summary would be a great one. We'll click the edit button for that, because all we've done for that is put in the effective date. But if you have a little blurb that you would normally put in here, you can come in here and you can either clear this, which you just hit the clear button, and then you could paste in your comment, or let's say you do want it, you can click the reset button. It's going to bring back in what DataMaster has put in, and then you could click in here, you know, give yourself a space and copy and paste your comment in here. And then when you're finished with it, you do just click finish and that will save the new comment. So that's how that works. And then I also like to show the help page. This links you our website to give you an explanation of how DataMaster is calculating the 1004MC. So it goes through and explains pretty much line by line what we're doing in the 1004MC, how we've decided to handle various things. For example, this says a difficult question arises concerning contingent sales. So we give our philosophy on that and explanations on some of the things that are a little more difficult to figure out. This median sale to list price ratio. Appraisers have questions about that often, and so we've given examples in here of how you would calculate that. So a lot of good information there.